Welcome to College Office. This is a short tutorials on the features of the instructor module of the application. As an instructor, you go to collegeoffice.com and then you log in using your username and your password. The application will bring you to the home page, and the home page displays the list of semesters during which you have either been teaching a class or you have been an advisor for a student during the term. Now, only the terms which are marked as open by the registrar will show on this page. Once a term is marked as closed by the registrar, then the term will no longer be available on your page. Now, from this page, there is probably three things that you will do. One is maybe at times you will need to change your password. Then on a regular basis you will need to take attendance, and then finally at the end of the course you will need to enter the final grades of your students. So let's go through those three activities that you will need to perform. First one, how to change your password, where it's very easy. Click on your name here on the upper left corner. Then this brings a screen with basic information about your username, the primary email which is stored in the system, a picture of you if one is available, and then on the lower right corner here you see the button Password. Click on this button, and now is a form where you can change your password. Enter your current password, then enter your new password twice to make sure there is no typing mistake, and then click OK, and your new password will be assigned. Now, when you first log into College Office, you receive an email from the system with a password which has been automatically generated. It's a cryptic password. It's a totally random chain of characters, difficult to memorize. So in that case, I recommend that you would simply copy and paste it from the email you receive, and then you paste it into the field here that says current password. So once I'm done, notice that in order to return to the previous screen that I was in College Office, I will click the back button on the browser here on the upper left corner because I'm using Internet Explorer. So we've seen how to change the password. Now let us see how you can take the attendance for your classes. Well, you have two places where you can take attendance. Let's go, for example, for spring 2017. I will click on the spring here. I will click on the term, and now this will bring the basic information for me as a teacher during this term. Here, the list of the classes which I teach during the term. If I click the schedule page, I will see my schedule during the term for the classes which I teach. Then if I click on the next page, which says sessions, then I see the expansion of the schedule. In other words, the schedule is going to be translated into a series of meetings, of sessions, specific day of the calendar and a time when the class is being taught. And this is where you will be able to take the attendance. Suppose, for example, that I want to take the attendance for the class that was taught on Monday, January 16, 2017 for BS201. Well, I will simply click on this session, and this will bring the list of all the students who are enrolled into the class. I can see on the top of the screen it gives the code of the class, the day of the year when the class is taught, as well as the time. And then here on the right, I see the attendance. Currently and initially, the attendance of the student is marked as unknown until I supply the proper information. In order to do this, I go to the lower right corner of the screen and I see the button Attendance. I click on it, and from there, I can easily specify the attendance for each of the students using the drop-down list. So I will mark them as present for most of them. Let's say that Jack was late, Peter was present, and Paul was absent. Once this is done, I save the information. And now I can see that the attendance has been taken for that day. Then there again, to go back to the previous page that I was in, I go to the back button of the browser. And this is here my list of sessions. And this is the way I'm going to take attendance. Now, let's look at the last page here on that screen. It's advisees. And this simply shows me the list of all the students whom I am advising during this term or during this session. So, if I go back to the classes page here, I will show you now another way to take attendance, and also the way that you will use in order to enter your final grade. So let's say that I'm looking at this class, BS201 Pauline Epistles. I click on this class, and now I can see the information about the class, the title of the class, the code, section, the term, start date and date, number of credits for the class, if the information has been entered, number of seats available in the class, and class size, which is the number of students who are enrolled into the class. Then below I can see who are the instructors of the class, and of course Francis Cooper, it's me, I'm acting as Francis Cooper, and obviously I'm one of the instructors of the class since I do have access to this class. But I see that I'm not the only instructor, there is also another instructor for this class. Now I click on the page Students, and I have now the information about the different students in my class. So I have the name of the student, a picture of the student, and also a summary of their attendance history in the class so far. Green is the number of times they have been present. Orange is the number of times they have been late. Red is the number of times they have been absent. And gray is the number of times they have been marked as excused. There is no grade indicated so far because the grades have not yet been entered. When I want to enter the grades for the students, I go to the lower right corner and I click on the button Grades. And this brings me a form with the list of all the students, and next to their name a drop-down list which enables me to enter the grade. So let's record the grades of those students. Once I'm done, I click Save. Now the saving of the information takes a couple seconds, because as the system saves the information, it also updates all the academic statistics of the students, including their GPAs. So this is the way you will record the final grades for your students. Now, if I click on the next tab here, Schedule, I see the schedule for the class. And I see that I am scheduled to teach on Monday. See, my name, Francis Cooper, is listed here. But the Thursday class is taught by Tom Smith, who is my colleague also teaching this class. Now, the last tab here on this screen is the sessions. And here it's a little different than when you look at the sessions for under the semester as a whole. You only see the sessions which you teach. In this case, when you look at the session under the class, the system will also let you see the session which are maybe taught by another colleague. Like here, for example, Tom Smith is teaching, because Tom Smith is teaching on Thursdays, when Francis Cooper, myself, I am only teaching on Mondays. But from here, I can also take the attendance as I was able to do before, simply clicking here the class for which I already took attendance, Monday, January 16, 2017. I click on the session, and here's all the information, going to the attendance button to the lower right, and I would be able to enter the attendance this way. I click the back button, and this brings me back to the Sessions tab on the screen, and I click here this little icon in the upper left, and this always takes me back to the home screen. So this is it as far as how to change your password, how to record attendance, and how to enter the final grades for the students in your class.